Hello, I am Tanisha J, and this is my Block Tarot. Today, we're going to do a reading on Nolan Wells, the young teen who life was taken very short after hanging out with some friends. I believe it's Horn Island or Horn Beach. But what we're going to focus on today is the people surrounding the autopsy because the autopsy was received, it was done by an independent person. However, there are still questions. So we're going to kind of ask some questions and see what the spiritual energy gives to us. But before we continue, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Please remember these readings are not factual. These reading has no truth, and this is no advisement for medical, mental health, or any other professional advisement. All I ask, please use your discernment, your critical thinking. What flows, allow it to go with you. What doesn't, let it fall. Now, let's get back into the reading. First, I'm going to do a quick reading. And with the quick read, I'm going to ask about some of the people we are asking questions about. There have been some questions about Governor Tate Reeves, Judge Ashley Cole, and the medical examiner Stacy Turner. Each of these people we have had questions. Number one, with Stacy Turner, the medical examiner, a question that popped up was stated that when anytime it came to a black body on her table, she never ever had stated it as a homicide. So it brings into question like there were suspectable things that happened, and people feeling like she didn't thoroughly do her job. So she's brought into question. Judge Ashley Cole, she's brought into question because I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, they're stating on social media that she made some statements on behalf of a friend who was with Nolan that day and feels like, maybe that's a little bit too close for the case. And maybe she should have left her thoughts or whatever she wanted, her statement, which she said, off the table, being that she's a judge. And then there's Governor Tate Reeves of Mississippi. He's coming out stating that Ben Crump is creating a divide among the Mississippians and everything, because they simply want answers for a child who death is suspicious. So let's begin the reading. Spirits, please speak to us. Guide us about the energy surrounding these individuals, Governor Tate Reeves, Judge Ashley Cole, and the medical examiner Stacy Turner. What is the energy you want us to see? The very first card comes up is cover up. The next card is cleanup. So those are the two cards that first comes out when we're asking about the energy surrounding. These are all alleged. This is a spiritual conversation that we're having. What is the other energy that is surrounding these several people who we're questioning about, who we feel suspicious about, with their questioning and their actions around Nolan Wells' death? Can you help us and share with us what is the energy surrounding them? What do we need to be aware of? And what do we need to know? Hold on. Had a card mixed up. Okay. Secrets, accomplice, justice. Is there any? Is there any more? Hold on. I'm trying to straighten the cards for you guys. I don't know why I want. Okay, there you go. Hold on one sec. Okay, apologize for that. Trying to get the card straightened. Are there any other messages around? I'm saying the usual suspects: the governor of Mississippi, the medical examiner, and the judge. Hidden. So okay. Ooh, look what's on top. Child. I want to say this. I'm gonna leave that other card because I'm trying to figure that life insurance. Okay, so far let's begin. So we asked the questions. What is the energy surrounding? What is the energy surrounding the governor of Mississippi, Tate Reeves, Judge Ashley Cole, and Stacey Turner, the medical examiner? The very first two cards that comes up is cover up, clean up, secret, accomplice in crime, justice, hidden. Child. I feel that child is representing Mr. Nolan Wells. And boat, because we got questions of what happened to the boat. Is there other things being hidden in that boat also? Because remember, we're seeing hidden. So what are the hidden secrets that they're not telling us? What are the cover-ups that are happening right now as we speak? So therefore, what are they trying to clean up? Is this all pointing? Because we're asking about the autopsy. We're asking about why we still have questions about the autopsy and why we are not receiving those answers immediately, clearly, as it should be. So this is what comes up first. So we have the right to question. We have the right to question as a public, as a community. Is there a cover up? Are you cleaning something up that you're erasing? Is there secrets that are being hidden? What is being hidden that you do not want us to know? And when it comes to justice, you're wanting to we want justice. That's what we want. And are these accomplices, everybody, a part of this? You know? On the other side, have imprisonment. So this is the possibility of what they might be facing. Imprisonment if they continue to actually to keep these hidden secrets, to clean up, to cover up. And I feel like this right here, the life insurance with the child and the mother and the father, I feel like that is the representative of the family of Mr. Wells. Not only is the representative family of Mr. Wells, it's the representative of other families who have been left disappointed, afraid and scared due to the accomplice, due to people coming and saying XYZ, that they didn't feel like their cases were properly done. So that is what currently going on right now as we're talking about the autopsy and the issue. And this card came out several times, and I'm going to put it there. Crime of passion. And if you can see, you know what? I don't know if you guys can see. I'm going to try to put this a little bit closer. The crime of passion card. Do you see that one person in the middle and there's people lying down on the floor? So it doesn't just come about Mr. Nolan Wells. I feel like when we ask these questions is talking about many other families, many other individuals who have been affected by these people. So what are the things that have been hidden? What are the secrets that have been hidden, allegedly? And we want answers. And we need answers because we want to heal. It's time to heal. And that's what I feel like we're wanting, and that's what I feel like Spirit is asking them to tell the truth, for us to be able to see the truth and receive what is going on. Y'all, there may be, there is okay. This is what I'm seeing. There are legal proceedings going on right now. Yes, there is. And it is about Nolan Wells' case right now. They're building the case. They're searching for what has happened. One, they will most likely still be a case because I think they're hiding these things like, okay, we can hide this and possibly, it won't surmount to, because have to go in front of a grand jury. However, also too, on the legal proceedings side, I feel like there will be legal proceedings against cases brought up against these three people, possibly Governor Tate, Judge Ashley Cole, and Stacey Turner, the medical examiner. Possibly they will be possible not only the proceeding to of what is happening in Nolan Wells case, but there will possibly be actual legal, what is the word, cases brought upon to the individuals we're requesting, because we're asking about their energies, and that is what brought up from the energies. And this, and just seeing the cards makes me feel as if like we still have more questions than answers, and we should fully continue to push, and ask for those answers, seek those answers of what's going on. So now let's turn to the tarot card. And let's turn to the tarot card and ask questions surrounding. Let's do, okay, that's what I'll do. I'm going to break it down by each individual. So first, I'm going to start with the medical examiner, Stacy Turner. What is the energy surrounding Stacy Turner, the medical examiner, when it comes to Nolan Wells case? What's the energy surrounding the medical examiner and the Nolan Wells case? What is the energy surrounding? No justice. Now, I want you guys to realize with this card, the justice card coming out in its reverse, this is about deception. This is about dishonesty, legal issues, corruption. And then when we see this, we see the Six of Cups. Now, when the Six of Cups comes reverse or so, or whenever the Six of Cups show up, it's telling me this is something past that has happened. This is something previously that has happened. So therefore, there have been some issues in the past. Then we have the reverse Six of Wands. That's our delays, obstacles, setbacks, failures. So have there been issues of questioning a failure of the examination of loved ones? Has there been issues, failures, examination of loved ones that people feel they did not get the answer to? They did not receive fully what they needed to find out how their loved one had passed away. So just with those three cards set alone in itself, I feel like it speaks of a lot of things. Okay. Is there any other cards that needs to come out to show? Oh, hold on. Cards. Not tripping. Is there any other? Show us the energy around the medical examiner. Is the examination thoroughly being done truthfully, trustfully? Are the exams being done truthfully, trustfully, and she's doing the job appropriately, properly, following process, following procedures? So share with us with that. There are some things. Okay. Two things I get from this card. There has been some illusion. Now think about, this is the reverse justice card. Then here we come with the moon card. To me, this feels like there has been some illusions. There has been some deception that has happened. So therefore, there possibly have been some, when I say illusions and deception, because they go together, there are some things that, I don't know why I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this like, when you go talk to someone, and you have to speak to them about something, and you're showing a presentation. They're showing presentations of false presentations. It's false presentations that's being shown, allegedly. The false presentations being shown of how a loved one passed away. And the way they are showing these again, this is alleged, this is not facts. I feel like sometimes they actually used, they actually didn't use the correct body when explaining what was happening, but to make people felt like they knew what they were talking about and that they were professional in doing their jobs. They're not doing their jobs. Look at that Three of Pentacles come. Mistakes, misalignment, disharmony, conflict. But with that, I feel like, let's go back to about the presentation about the body. I feel like there has been false statements, false paperwork, and everything that has shown up when it came down to loved ones actually finding the answers of what really truly happened. And let's see. I'm trying to make sure this is not two cards. Okay. And you know what, this card right here, Four of Swords, I'm going to be honest with you. This card, the Four of Swords, reminds me, and I'm only able to bring that image up is because I've watched shows, TV shows, when they have the body on the table. This is reminding me of the body being on the table and the actual work that she does. Um, and as we said again, with that, I feel like that's showing the body the swords are like the instruments used when, when you're doing an investigation, examination of the body. I hope this is not too grotesque, so I apologize if it is. I apologize. I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. But this shows like the delays, the obstacles, and also the possible illusion and disillusion that there have been dealing with when it came to actually examination of the bodies and everything. Um, and also, let's see, because I'm getting this right here, the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, I see two things for the Eight of Wands. One is there going to be communication. People are going to start talking. People are going to be coming out and saying how they felt about her work, how they felt they treated, how they were treated and everything. And like I said, with Eight of Wands, it's for the communication, but they're going to be talking about the obstacles they had to deal with, the issues they had to deal with. And I don't know. Possibly one of the issues is that a slow fit, a slow pace. It's like they drag their feet. One of the issues possibly can be that, along with other issues like you're waiting, 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 and they're just taking their slow time, hoping you would forget or hoping it would bypass. This affected many families. A lot of families were broken and hurt from this situation. Any more cards surrounding the medical examiner in Mississippi? Is there any more cards? That's a lot. Give me one more cards. Okay. Let's see, because you're the... And y'all, this is the card that basically shows me there are more hidden things because, okay, I said this shows basically the families that has been broken and who feel they have been neglected and we're not able to really get the answers they want. This shows basically the issues. People feel like it was a reckless, aggressive issue, the behavior that they did not get to be able to say, hey, this is what really happened. And this right here makes me feel like there's three people. There's three people that is involved. And we have three right here also too with Three of Pentacles. So this might be a verification of three people that are involved when it comes down to the bodies in the medical examiner room. And here, this is the card I was speaking of previously. This right here showing me there's an imbalance. There is hidden issues. There's still hidden subjects in things that have not been spoken about that is showing up. So therefore, and this right here shows me, again, we got Six of Swords. This has been an issue that always been going on. Everyone always been seemingly this is unfinished business. This has always been delays. There always been lack of progress. Like this has been an issue. This is not the first time the issue is being brought up, and this issue has been an argument. There have been arguments. There have been conflicts. There have been people going. There possibly have been people who actually tried to possibly, I don't know why I want to say sue, or who possibly wanted to bring legal actions against them, but however they were not able to for some reason, possibly being blocked or so, whatever, from and then as soon as I said block, this card comes up, being blocked from revelation, being blocked to see exactly what's truly going on. Okay, I'm going to wrap up that reading on the medical examiner of Mississippi. Those are the energy. These are not facts. These are not truth. This is just a spiritual conversation we're having. And so those are the energy of the medical examiner currently surrounding the medical examiner in Mississippi. So therefore, that's what it is. But please believe, again, y'all feel like there's some deception going on. Y'all feel like there are conflicts. There's instability. There are things that are not going the way it's supposed to be going. And you want answers. You want answers. And this has messed with a lot of people's emotions, a lot of people getting answers to what really happened in their loved ones. And the answers they get, they do give them answers. I'm going to be honest with you. They do give them answers. However, nope. The answers are insufficient. They're like, no, the answers are insufficient. And there's always some type of dispute, some kind of disharmony, some kind of difference. And it leaves people in despair and anxiety. And they feel like they can't go to anyone else. They feel like there's no one to go to. They feel like they don't have answers or anything to go to receive. Or someone they feel like there's no one to actually represent them. There's no one to advocate them when this card comes. It's like we don't have anyone to advocate for us. We don't have anyone to speak for us. We don't have anyone to fight for us. So I'm going to end that there with the medical examiner because baby, more cards going to want to come, but I'm going to end that there because we got two more to see where the energy surrounds. The next is Governor Tate Reeves. The governor of Mississippi stated that he feels if Ben Crump is bringing a divisiveness to Mississippi residents. He feels like there is a divisiveness that Ben Crump is bringing to Mississippi by asking questions, probing of what really happened to this young man, Nolan Wells. However, let's see, what is the energy surrounding the governor of Mississippi when it comes to Nolan Wells' case? What is the energy surrounding the governor of Mississippi when it comes to Nolan Wells' case and the investigation of Nolan Wells' case? What is the energy? How is he feeling? What is the energy he has towards the case, and how is he feeling about the case? Oh, wait up a second. Let's see. He knows there's a lot of factors in this case. That's what he does know. He knows that people are talking about this case and is bringing attention. That's what it is. You see the man standing in front of all those objects and everything. It's like is bringing attention to the state and is bringing more eyes on the state. So therefore, and he's bringing more conversation. It's like, oh, wow, they're going to start digging up things. They're going to start looking at things. So we need to stop this now. And we need to paint this picture and allow them to see what really what it is. And this right here, I feel like, okay, when you get to Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're thinking and like, is it worth it? Is it this? I feel like that Seven of Pentacles is like, that's his way of distraction. Yes, it is distraction. But also his way of like, will they find really what all has been going on here? Because you can see all of the pentacles are in this tree and he has gotten one out of that tree. So definitely it's a worry about what will be found. What will be realized that has been going on. So therefore, that is why they're into this right now. Is there any other mess? What's the mess? What is the energy surrounding the governor, the governor of Mississippi, and the energy he has toward Nolan Wells' case? I don't even know he came out and speaking, but I don't know. You guys tell me, did he even talk to the parents and gave the parents condolence or anything? Again, this card comes out. I feel like this card's come out because it's going to be discovery. It's going to be discovery. It's going to be, because I know you used to seeing the Fool as a new beginning. The new beginning is the discovery and actually the acknowledgement of what has happened in Mississippi, the history of Mississippi. So that is why he's coming to say why you're doing this and questioning Ben Crump, because it's going to show. And it's going to the communication is going to put the state in a bad spotlight. A terrible spotlight. It is going to show the struggle. It is going to show the isolation of the people in the community of Mississippi. It is going to show the losses that they've had. And for some reason, I feel like When I say struggle and the losses, it's gonna go beyond about Nolan Wells' case. It's gonna go beyond about. It's gonna be about land, finance. Like people are gonna start putting a, what is it called, Father? A magnifying glasses. It's gonna be like a magnifying glasses over that state, and people are gonna start questioning like what is really happening. Why is it happening? How has it been happening so many times? And then here we got the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. This right here to me, this, like I say, he's taking like the victim mentality. He wants it to be silenced. He fear of what possibly can happen. He probably fear of if everything is cleared and everything is seen for what it truly is. Because remember, this card right here, I feel like it's like, okay, what will they find out as they're investigating? What will lead? And I feel like this card right here is like, what will they find out? What will they lead? And we'll start recognizing the actual stories, because some of the stories that has been told to the outside world or to the investigators or to the families were untrue stories. So therefore, there will no longer be silence. People are going to start talking. People are going to start not only talking, but they no longer will take on the victim mentality. They're going to come out and say, this is what happened to me. It's time to speak. And here we come again with the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, and that's reversed again. From previously, we saw the Three of Pentacles reversed in the medical examiner of Mississippi. So here we come again with the Three of Pentacles reversed again. And this is when you do Three of Pentacles reversed, there's no real work happening. There's no truth coming out. There is not the proper procedures and processes put in place when working together. So are we going to learn about if this is about money? If this is about money, this is about security, and not only money and security, but this is the security of the community. You know how they say workplace culture, this is what we do. There is a culture in every community. Will it show the real true culture of what really has been going on there? Will it actually show the lack of many things, the lack of justice, the lack of finances, the lack of land, will it show all those things? So therefore, I feel like, yeah, there are going to be because with that Hermit, there's going to be some examinations. There's going to be some examinations of what really happened, not only again to the Wells case, is going to be an examination of what truly happened. And I feel like there could be possible, like this, like I said, it's going to be examination. It's going to show the manipulation, the lie, the quiet power, the brutal judgment and coldness that they have been doing. And I feel like it's going to be of the people. The people are going to come out and the people are going to start telling the stories. And from here on out, there will be breaking cycles. And this is really what truly I feel like the Nolan case is going to be about in other cases, because it's just not Nolan Wells case, but we're focusing on this case right now. But it's going to be about breaking cycles. And the breaking of the cycles and the delays is going to be, now we're going to have to confront not us as a community, but them as a community. They're going to have to confront. The justice system's going to have to confront the cycles that has been continuously going and flowing, and no one ever stopped it. No one ever asked questions, as long as it wasn't their family. As long as, again, we're going to be finding out a whole lot of other stuff. That cycle is going to be broken. It's going to be broken. It's going to start revealing, bringing clarity of all the things that has happened. And then this is the inner child. This is a child on there about children who have been hurt and they have not gotten answers. And again, it's another repeat. This is a repeat. It's a cycle's repeat that has to be broken, that will be broken. And I can't tell you when, where, whatever. And this Eight of Cups right here, they have to go back. It's going to go back, y'all. They're going to go back, and they're going to be breaking the foundations of the things that has happened. They're going to be breaking the foundations of the things that's happened. And when I said the foundations, it feels like the structure that has been used previously before that allowed these repeated cycles to come. Again, let me pull this. I want to pull this back out. The cycle is going to break, because they're like, why is this going to be a cycle that's broken? It's going to be broken by the community. It's going to be broken by people who are talking. It's going to be broken because they no longer will accept these conflicts. They no longer accept these lies. They no longer accept that this is all. They won't accept the limited directions that they've been giving. Because now that they're seeing someone is fighting, they're like, oh, we can fight too. I feel like this may be Nolan Wells, or this can be, I've not only with Nolan Wells, but all those who have had sacrifice, who have passed away. It's time for healing. It's time for miracles. And believe me, everything that happens is spiritual. So this is time for a spiritual rebirth, a spiritual renewal. And yes, there will be changes. There will be death upon, and not only death upon the cycle that has been going on, but answers to the death that happened in Mississippi. I'm gonna wrap this up. I do want to show you they're fair to change. They're fair to change, and what possibly they are going to be fighting to show that because they're afraid of the changes and the things that will be found out. So therefore, just know it will be a battle, a back and forth. Just know that. So and that was a reading for the governor of Mississippi. So let's wrap that one up. And this is the last one. The last one we're going to go forward to. Y'all were saying there's a judge. Social media is talking about a judge. And they're questioning. They want it to be examined. What was the Ashley Cole? I believe that's her name. So the judge in Mississippi, they stated she had some statements to make about a child who was there when the situation with Mr. Wells came. And therefore, she made a statement. I guess it was a statement of maybe possibly clearing the child or his innocence or whatever. However, they are asking her to be examined. They're asking her to be examined because of her lack of commitment. They wanting to know, does she do her job correctly? Is she doing her job correctly? Because again, like I said, everybody's going to be under a magnifying glasses. Everyone is going to be examined and looked at. So this is what they're asking. Is she committed to the job? Is she doing the job properly? Can we look at her cases and look at the things that has been done? And also with this right here, the King of Wands. And with the King of Wands, they're asking, did she abuse anything? Was there any type of abuse that's happened in the job? And when we say abuse, did she use her power to wield things in favor of people that she know or things that could possibly help her? And also with this, I also see possibly she may say it was just impulsive because she know, but when you're in those type of job, you cannot be impulsive. You cannot jump. You have to look at it as being what's the word? You have to remain neutral and unbiased. And I think she is, and the thing about it is, let's go back to here, because with the cups and everything, it could be referencing to the child that she protected, because it's like bad news, immaturity. So she went and she made sure that she was able to protect him. Again, a questioning of lack of commitment. Are you doing things that are wavering to your favor? Are you abusing your power and wavering things to your favor to protect people when everything should be done in an equal and non-biased way? So that is the question. What else is currently surrounding the judge that social media is questioning in Mississippi? What are the other energies surrounding the young lady, Judge Ashley Cole? What are the other energies surrounding her when it comes to the Nolan Wells case, the Nolan Wells investigation? What are the other energies that, here we go, y'all, it's basically y'all asking if would she be able to manipulate anything? Will she be able to deceive or do any type of trickery that would weigh? Again, for some reason, I keep seeing a weight that just going to one side. Like, is she going to do things that will weigh in her favor? Is she going to do things that will weigh, that she will in her own power? You know what I'm saying? So this is the question. Is there a deception that's happening? Is there a deception? Is there a strategy? And y'all want to know, I think y'all want to know, possibly, has she done this previously before? Y'all want an examination. Like, okay, I know we're asking about this case particular, but y'all like, we want to know more, we want to see more. So let's speak this. What is the energy surrounding the judge in Nolan Wells case? The judge who spoke out. Okay, let's see. Again, y'all are asking. The only question y'all have surrounding her right now is the manipulation. Is there some type of manipulation? Or there's type of, and this has work-life balance. Is there a work-life balance? Are you bringing your personal needs into work? Are you allowing your personal needs to be taken care of before your professional needs, before the ethics? Because you got to realize everyone who we are talking about, you have an ethics code that you have to uphold for anybody and everybody. It is not preferential. So therefore, y'all asking questions and y'all want to know what's happening. What is happening? And she may have, y'all, to be honest with you, she may have stabbed herself in the back. She may have caused her own demise, as it's to say. I don't know if it's a demise of firing anything, but there may be a demise of like, yeah, that's an issue. And I feel like y'all not only going to go through Mississippi, I feel like y'all going to go through actual, I don't have the proper term, but what y'all going to do is that the community don't trust Mississippi. Sorry. So what they're going to do, they're going to go to, I'm saying bar. Why I can't get this word? Legal bar, the lawyer. They're going to go there to the bar association, and they're going to ask questions, and they're going to ask them to examine. They're going to be like, we want to know what happened. Did she properly do what she was supposed to do? Okay, now with the Three of Swords here, the Three of Swords, like I said, with that, it may, let's see what else. Hold on. Let's see what come after the Three of Swords, because the Three of Swords is pain, it is hurt. And I guess the question is, yeah, they are going to be examining. There will be examinations of possible past behavior, possible past case. And the reason, I don't know why the reason I feel like that, because someone is like, no, we're going to clean our hands and we're going to show that it's someone out there who's like, again, this is about manipulation. This is about what happened. So she may get bad news that someone's going to come out and say, yeah, we're going to examine you. And she's going to be upset or whatever, XYZ, but about it. But whomever is doing the examination, I don't know why. See, they're heading their hands together like, yeah, we cleaning out. We're making sure our area is straight. We making sure that no one will talk about us and no one will state that we're doing anything wrong. So therefore, and 9 times out of 10, there will be argument about it. And the only reason I said there will be argument is there may be something. It may not be as big as Nolan Wells' case, but there may be something. And maybe she has done favors for people. And they may find that rather the favors were even a parking ticket or even just anything small. She's afraid that they may find that. So therefore, that is the issue that is currently that she may feel possible. And she may go up to it and say, yeah, there's answers. They're asking for answers. Asking for answers. They're looking for if there was any manipulation. Again, she will be examined. So again, y'all, she possibly will be examined and into her work to see if there were any past issues that were of imbalances in favor to not only to her family or others, and also to see if there were any lack of direction, if there were delays, or even her ego to feel like I have power and this is how I can sway my power. So I think they will be, I don't know why I'm seeing like it's like going to be, you're going to go through Mississippi, but I feel like y'all are going to community is going to be like, nope, we want answers and this is how we want these answers. And we want the answers from the bar association to ensure We want the investigation. Whoever can do the investigation, y'all want them to be non-biased. Y'all want them to not have a dog in the hunt. So therefore, that is how that's going to happen. It's going to be you pushing it. It's going to be the community pushing it. And I'm closing that reading up on the judge in Mississippi. Now, let's do and see. I'm going to do a couple more quick cards, and we're going to end the reading because I don't want to keep you guys too long. And we're going to go forth from there. So let's see what is currently surrounding the future, surrounding the people who are involved, who we just talked about. What is the future, the current the current future surrounding the people we just talked about? Tired of drama. Red lipstick stains. Are there any other? What is the energy? Somebody may lose their job. Betrayal. Hold on. There's a lot. There's a lot going on in this case and everything, because anytime my cards like go out, and I know I've organized them, anytime they go out and they're just like all different directions and flipping. But there may be a betrayal. Someone, tired of the drama, someone may speak. And it may not be the three in the circle that we keep seeing, Three of Pentacles showing. It may be someone who knows information, who's going to be tired of drama, who no longer will be able to who take it and seeing what is currently going on. So what I want to say, there may be someone who comes out and start talking, and they'll feel like that's betrayal, backstabbing, unworthy trust. But they're like, they have to talk. They have to say what's happening. And then when I see red lipstick stains, there is evidence. There is evidence of a failure of a structure. So I feel like it's going to be evidence of failure and structure that's going to come upon them. I don't know how, when, where. And then kicked to the curb. They don't want to hear it. The person who speaks may ostracize them. They may ostracize them and make them feel and say they're toxic. But she's talking about their toxicity. But whomever does this, they will need to be very cautious in the road that they're going ahead, because they will spin it in their favor. So just to be careful. And it's going to show the outdated, discarded, irrelevant old news. They're going to show some things that's happened. It's going to be a time. A situation is about to explode. I think we're going to find out a lot of stuff because of Mr. Wells' case and the family going hard. They may come up with a fake apology, but the game is going to be over. Y'all have done this too many times. And they may be, what is it, Father God? There may be people who have burned evidence, who've gotten rid of the evidence. And then again, I want y'all to know, this is not only going forward to Mr. Wells' case. This is talking about other cases. It's like Mr. Wells' case has opened the door. Has opened the door to a lot of unfair practices, has opened the door to a lot of processes that have left family hurt and in pain, and no longer can take this. So therefore, Mr. Wells' case definitely has opened a lot of doors and bring out revelations and truth and what truly has been going on behind the scenes, what truly has been going on in that. Look at that. Copycat comes out again. That's crazy. I feel like there is definitely I don't know, I look like George Floyd. But there's going to be I think it's going to open up to a lot of things. Fake flexing, impersonation, wasting time. It's a lot of things that's going to be revealed. So be prepared, because I know we have our eyes on the Nolan Wells case, but there are going to be more stuff preparing, more stuff that's going to be coming out of this case, and it's going to expose the state of Mississippi and the process and procedures and things that they have done. Look at that. So it goes to show it's been a history. It's been a history. Legal issues. Yeah. When I see that, I feel like that's imitation. You're imitating a lot of things of what you are and you're not. So there's going to be a lot of questions, and there's going to a lot of be things brought to the forefront that has to be answered. I am going to end it on that because I think I've kept y'all long enough. And that is all for the reading of, well, I said the usual suspects, the of what's really happening in the Nolan Wells case when it comes to the autopsy. So therefore, that is all I have for right now. There's no more cards coming out. And I thank you so much for sitting with me, having this conversation. And until next time, thank you so much for your ear. Bye now.